Did you find me waking up at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning?
They forced you to become a witch.
Work out.
You don't have a choice. But like. Welcome to episode number 4 of Stru's Bob, where we give the people what they want.
We give you what you want to know. My name is Jamie Musadi.
And this is Nalzi Lee, and yet for another week of giving you the topics that you have been desperately asking us for through the screen.
We're giving you the 411.
On what you need to know and what it is.
Down.
Listen at the situation.
Insider information.
The Stru's
The
Bob of
whole
it.
truth.
Nothing but the truth. And this week we are speaking about dun dun dun.
Cell phone networks, data, airtime, the struggle. It has been a lot. And I know during the lockdown seasons that many of us are still working from home. And I think we kind of got into the bad and bougie life of having Wi-Fi and data all the time and airtime all the time. And now it's like, how did I ever live without having so much data and Wi-Fi and whatever?
And December's coming. What you gonna do? No data. How do people live without internet? I don't know.
I don't know how we did it because we didn't have Wi-Fi before
lockdown. And we didn't need Wi-Fi because everywhere we would go, we would have Wi-Fi. You go to school, you have Wi-Fi. You go to work, you have Wi-Fi.
And sometimes if you were somewhere else, you were like cool without the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
If you ran out of data, you'd be like, I'll just do it when I get to work. And you were fine. Now,
it's like, how do I live in my house as a grown human being?
I can't live without airtime. And we all know how expensive this can get.
Yeah. And that is why we are giving you the lowdown. So getting right into it, the one that is the biggest in South Africa is Rain. At the moment, they came in advertising cheap network for the people. They were giving the people what they wanted, but was it what they wanted?
Okay, so let's just discuss Rain a little bit. Now, Rain, I know some people have been like, oh, Rain doesn't work, It really does depend on which area you're in.
Yeah.
And I know they say they cover this, they cover that, but in certain areas, Rain basically doesn't work so well. I have a friend who lives in like Turffontein, Johannesburg, and he has to go outside his house to get reception. He doesn't receive any reception inside his house. And Turffontein is in Johannesburg. It's not a village. Like,
you'd say some people live in villages. Like, wait, what? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You're like, where are you?
So, Rain advertised cheap internet, and what the thing is that you have internet from 11 p.m. in the evening all the way up until 6 p.m. the next day. But between peak hours, between 6 and 11 p.m., you don't have any internet. Otherwise, it's unlimited, and you pay 250 for that package.
That was smart. On their part, they smart because they know in peak hours people need.
Yeah.
And at the same time, 250 for that a month is cheap. But let's talk the job of the situation, because we also had the 250 package in the beginning of lockdown, and we battled with the 250 package.
Okay, wait, let's just rewind all the way back to all the packages we did have. So initially we were starting off with let's see how this works out. We were gonna buy a gig every day.
Yeah.
And we were buying a gig every day with Vodacom because there was like a special thing that I would get where I would dial *123 *99 and they would give me offers. And every day I could buy a gig for like 12 rand.
It was 10 rand initially.
Yes, it was 10 rand initially. Yeah. And then they put up the price to now this is like in the beginning of lockdown, but as lockdown progresses, they kept putting up the price.
No. Let's just stop over there. Let's not say as lockdown progresses if the prices went up every 3 months, because lockdown has been a minute.
No, okay.
These people, today it's 10 rand. We wake up the next day it's 12 rand. We wake up the next day it's 15. The next day it's 25. were like,
it was
what
progressing,
is
it was
going
getting more and more
on?
expensive. Eventually, we were like, wait, hold up, this isn't working. And we then moved on to Cell C.
Yeah.
Cell C had a package for, what was it, 500 rand, we got 50 gigs.
Yeah.
For
500 rand, 50 gigs night, 50 gigs daytime. 50 gigs. You know what? Let's talk packages, people. Cell C, Telkom, MTN, all of you, listen to me now. Stop giving us a lot of nighttime. Who is awake at night like a witch?
We are not witches.
Stop giving us 100 gigs nighttime. 50 gigs
That is so
nighttime.
true.
When am I going to rest?
You
If
and I
need
find you to Cell C, you're gonna know me.
Put 'em up.
Anyway.
Let's go. Because no, we cannot have, if you're going to do a package, I understand if you're giving someone 100 gigs, say to them, okay, 20 gigs night, 80 gigs day, or 10 gigs night, 90 gigs day. Understand that. But don't lie to me and say my package is 100 gigs if you're only giving me 50 because you
And
know
then
I'm
it's
not
in the
awake
fine
at
print,
night.
it's in the little small things and they say, hey, by the way, it's actually that you get this many.
Stop it.
Well, anyway, so we
Fine,
went on
we
to
had
Cell
that
C. We
one.
paid like, I think it was 500 rand.
500 rand,
50
yeah.
gigs, which was equivalent to what we were paying with Vodacom with 10 rand a gig. So we were like, hey, we found something that works. Through Bob, did those 50 gigs go like this?
Oh my goodness, it's like they were running a marathon. No, not a marathon, because marathon you still run slow to get. They were doing a 100-meter dash. They were going for the
data was
finish
just
line.
like this.
This data was playing with our feet.
And then we got a no commitment contract with AfriHost. And that was 600 rand for 100 gigs day
Yeah.
and 100 gigs night.
And that, oh, can we talk about this? If you're gonna give us night data, what do you expect us to do with this? Like, can we just discuss
A
for
whole
a
100
second?
gigs, like, are you joking with us?
Cell C, all of y'all, can you not give
together.
us night
Call a
data?
board meeting and discuss
What must we
what
do with
is
that?
the purpose of your night data.
And then we did that one and we had 100 gigs night. Oh, that was going
Yeah, let me
fast.
tell you, we finished the 100-day gigs in 2 weeks. Now we're sitting looking at each other like, what were you doing?
What were you doing?
And then we found out that it's because our devices didn't have the correct settings. So all our laptops and our PCs, our cell phones were all set to update automatically when we reach Wi-Fi. So it was updating on this Wi-Fi. So 2 gigs, 3 gigs, 10 gigs just goes like that. And so when we figured that out, we then had to update it. We had to set the settings to update at night so that it would update on the 100 gigs and not on the 100 gigs night data, not on the day data.
Yeah.
But when the 100 gigs day data finished, did you find me waking up at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning?
They forced you to become
to
a
get
witch.
work out.
You don't have a choice. So like at that point, you're not gonna leave that data to go to waste.
No, you're not. So
Yeah, so that was the thing with AfriHost, but also the data was like doing a 100-meter dash. I mean,
it was.
where was it going? Because
I must admit, we didn't have internet issues with AfriHost.
yeah,
With AfriHost, it was pretty smooth. It was clean. We didn't have buffering issues. It was very
Vodacom
very
we did have buffering issues.
We did. But
Cell
also-
C just a bit better. Like
Yeah.
so, we kept progressing and getting better.
Yeah, we kept. Yeah, we.
But it's also the area that we in. They probably not.
I think
with our
also
area.
because we the SIM we got from AfriHost is an MTN SIM card because they work with MTN. It was we got a router or router with it as well. So obviously this SIM and the router, you know, they like it's meant to. Now when you take your SIM card and then you hotspot from your phone,
It
it's
doesn't
different.
work.
As opposed to this SIM card goes into I think it was a data SIM.
Yeah.
It wasn't a call SIM, so it was a data only SIM, and that went into a router, and then we had internet. So that kind of worked. Yeah.
And then when we come to call time, because you want to call your peoples, Cell C for me has had the best packages
Yep.
with call time. You can get like 900 minutes, which is
A lot.
forever and
for
a day.
200 rand.
For
And it lasts
200
for-
rand.
I think they give you, it might be 60 days from the
Yeah.
time you purchase it. So that's what I'm using right now for calls time because I make a heck of a lot of calls. I can finish 900 minutes in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Don't play with
It's
me.
nothing.
Don't
and then
joke.
there's the 100 Rand package, which they give you 500 minutes,
No, even less. The 100 rand package is like 240.
300 or 240.
240 minutes. Well, for me, 100 rand extra, I get 900, 240. So it's just like rather get the 900 But
Yes.
that's because I make a lot of calls.
But if
every
you
single
don't,
day.
you can honestly get the 100 Rand package. There's also a 30 Rand one, which is 90 minutes. So that also kind of works. And then the rest of the networks, you can get Power Hour on Vodacom for 12 Rand, where you get 60 minutes to call
that's
the whole day.
That's the more power.
More power, not power
You
hour.
dial *1 2, you dial *111 hash, and then it's option 5, which is more power. Then option 7, you go next, and you go to any network minutes.
And that's 60 minutes for you in the day, 12 Rand if you just want 60 minutes for that day. Otherwise, don't use your airtime. I would advise never, ever use your airtime for calling, because then
That's
it's
expensive.
very
compared to buying minutes,
expensive.
yeah. But there's a catch with the more power bundle for 12 Rand. It ends at 12.
Yeah.
If you bought it at 11 o'clock, know that at 12 o'clock, it's finished. It doesn't go for 24 hours. It goes up until midnight that day. So if you bought it at 5, know you have until midnight. And
Yeah.
you can't buy it after 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's the gist of the situation. Just what we've seen. MTN is more on the expensive side with data packages and with calls. So that one we don't go to. Telkom jokes with us. Like,
no,
it's just for laughs. Haha.
Hey.
I can't even defend you though, network, because hey,
They are South Africa's cheapest network, but there's a reason.
yeah,
So, I don't know. Maybe Telkom works better where you are from, but in our city, it's not great.
It's
mean,
not.
someone will phone you now. You're standing here looking at your phone. They're telling you why you're not answering. You're like, huh?
but it didn't even. And also with data, Telkom gives quite a bit of issues. So that is just some of the stuff that we found that we thought would be helpful to you. In order for you to get your data life started, so wherever you are in terms of your budget, in terms of what you need, that is the Shrewsbury of the situation.
Yeah, so this is Jamie Musadi.
And this is Nalti Lee signing up for another week. Peace out.
And God bless. Goodbye.